So to start with, we're going to take a look at our route schedule. And I've set up 6 stops here to reoccur every Monday and they're weekly. And we're going to go through an example of, let's say we charge a certain amount per service, meaning every time we do a service, it's X amount of dollars for these customers. To manage that, what I've done, if we double-click each customer name and go into their customer pricing, you'll see I've set an item from QuickBooks, weekly service. I've put in under the sales price, whatever we charge them per week, and I've selected that under the route frequency that we do service them weekly. And I've gone ahead and done that for every customer. That sales price for that weekly service item can be unique for every customer. So how we manage the billing is actually by using route tickets within the service program. So I'm going to go ahead and do what we would need to accommodate that and perform a feature called Autogenerate Route Tickets. We can do that under Route Info. This is going to create basically an invoice or a work order or ticket for every stop on the schedule. So I'm going to tell it to create tickets for the 3rd, which is the date that is on my schedule. I'm just going to tell it to generate tickets. If I hit View Tickets, it takes me to the route ticket list. I can also get there by going to Route Info, Route Ticket List. And here you're going to see I have a ticket for every stop on the schedule. If I open up the ticket by double-clicking the order number, which is blue and underlined in the middle of the screen, I could then go to the line item section, and here you can see that billing charge, that $30, or that unique service price for each customer. Every one of those tickets will have that amount in there. These route tickets can also be used to capture information in the field from your technicians. So we have 3 groups of fields. You can set these fields up by hitting Edit Field Names. Use the labels for the different fields. Now, once the week of the 3rd is completed, we would need to advance our schedule. This is how our dates move forward into the next week. We do that by posting the route at the bottom of the page. So I'm going to go ahead and post the route for the week of the 3rd, mimicking that we've just completed that week. And hit Post Route. All of my stops have now advanced by their frequency. So they're all weekly, so they all advance 7 days. Now when you post the route, the other thing you do is generate history. So if I go look under Route Info and go to Schedule History, here you'd be able to see everything that we have already serviced. I'm just going to get rid of everything that was from probably the last training class. There we go. So now I'm going to do like what we did for the first week. We're just going to go and auto-generate tickets for the week of the 10th. Again, if I hit View Tickets, you're going to see now I have tickets for the 3rd and the 10th. We're going to continue this process to mimic kind of the full month. So again, I'm going to post my route schedule for the week of the 10th. And then auto-generate my tickets. Okay, so let's say we've now gone through a full month. We'll auto-generate our tickets one more time. Okay, so now if I were to go into route info and route ticket list, I have a ticket for every stop on the schedule for those customers for the whole month. Again, each one of those tickets has a billable item associated with it for the dollar amount for that service. If we needed to charge anything extra for any or during any one of these visits, we could just go into that individual route ticket, as long, or alongside the regular weekly service item, we could add any other item from QuickBooks: parts, service, materials used. Now at the end of the month, I would go to route info, tickets pending to post. I would put in the date range that I'm billing for. So let's say I'm billing for the month of March. And then my posting date would represent my invoice date in QuickBooks. So here you can see all the different charges for the month. And if we look at just one customer, we have 5 charges because we were there for 5 different services during that month. What the service program is going to do is take these individual tickets and combine them into one invoice when it goes to QuickBooks. So now we can just go ahead and hit post to QuickBooks. Once everything has been invoiced into QuickBooks, the screen is going to kind of go blank here. And if we go back to our route ticket list, you'll see that everything that we just invoiced has now been marked posted to QuickBooks down the middle of the screen. So we know that's been billed. And take a look at QuickBooks. See if we can go pull up those invoices. So here we have what the invoice will look in the service program. We get 5 line items, each one for their weekly service price. And then we have the date shown for the date of the service. So each one of these charges is dated. If we need the service program to just do kind of be a flat rate monthly charge, maybe don't charge our customers any, per service charge or anything like that. We just need, one monthly invoice no matter how many times they're serviced. We can do that by going to the Memorize Transaction List, which is under Customer Info, Memorize Transaction List. So here I'm going to go ahead and pick a customer. I could then select the item from QuickBooks that I want to use. And then in the rate and the total, I'm going to put in whatever we charge this customer. When I set this up, the last posted date here should represent their last invoice date. The last time that you invoiced them, maybe out of QuickBooks or another software if you're setting this up for the first time in the service program. So once a month, all I would have to do is come to this list. I could put in the posting date, or the date I want to show up on the QuickBooks invoice. I maybe could right here where I could update description, so I could pick my monthly service line item. I want to say maybe we're charging monthly lawn service for March. Hit update descriptions. So it's going to go through all of these memorized transactions and put in maybe the months or the date range that I'm billing for. I need to tell the software the last posted date, meaning we're going to bill everybody who was last invoiced on the 28th or whatever date is selected here. I'm going to hit Post to QuickBooks. So that would just create a simple line item for their monthly service. It works very closely to how memorized transactions work within QuickBooks. Those are the two scenarios I really wanted to show off in the video. Does anyone have any specific questions about a way that you can't figure out how to bill or invoice in the service program?
Unmuted.
All right, well, if no one has any questions, I appreciate you coming to the class this morning. If you do have any questions, please feel free to use the Chat Now option in the top toolbar. You can select training support. We'd be more than happy to answer those questions for you, and look forward to seeing you in the classes the rest of the week. Take care.